All right. Hello, everyone. Oh, let me actually... reset this. Sorry. Okay. So we are in Raleigh today. We've got it set up for about 7 in the morning, clear skies, and we've got everyone coming in on 2-3 left. We're going to mostly take out on 2-3 right, with Southwest and our smaller prop jet and regional jets coming through on either 2-3 left, or if they're super small, sending them out on 1-4. And I'll show you the camera angles we have so far. So of course we've got our main focus here. You've got the map, D-Bright, the METAR, strip, command, which you'll never see me use. And then for our first out of tower view, we're looking over this main gate. And then, oops, sorry. Second tower view, we're looking over the southwest area. And then we've got all of our smaller jets. And finally, the end of 2-3 right with our cargo area lined up here. So with that, I think we're all set up. Oh, I need to get my everything going. We'll get started. Okay. System audio is a bit loud, so I'm going to turn that down really quick. We'll do 70. Okay, it's a bit better. Sorry, I want to make sure that's not too loud. I think that's the aerial volume, like the cars and things. We'll turn that down to 30 and see if that helps. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So that's what we've got going on.
Ballet ground. Brickyard 49035 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Brickyard 49035, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Brickyard 49035.
Now for my strip, I usually customize them to go through the flow that I like. But since this one isn't customized, the way that I manage my strip is that I will give it the pushback clearance. And then since it lists what the runway is, I will use that as my like clue that I've given it its pushback clearance. And then when I tell it to go to the runway, I'll move it into the departure. Once it gets its takeoff clearance, it'll go there, and then it'll go to the bend. If I have my own setup going on, I usually like to have it depending, have it push back, and then have the departure, so it's just one additional one. It just kind of helps me manage the traffic as it goes through. But this usually works since before I learned how to change
Raleigh ground.
the strip.
Southwest
This is
6055 with
the method
information
that I
Delta,
had.
requesting push and start.
So kind of southwest 6055, pushback approved, expect runway 23 left.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 left. Southwest 6055.
Looks like
Ballet
Brickyard is now
ground.
ready.
Brickyard 49035 ready to taxi.
Brickyard 49035, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23
So now
right.
send
Line
that
up
over
and
to
wait.
departure.
Brickyard 49035.
Okay, we can speed it up just a little bit. And playing in this view is also not something that I normally do. When I have a larger screen, I am in the process of trying to get bigger screens. I like to not be in the tower view and instead be... Ooh, that's wrong way. I like to be up in this kind of area with a bird's eye view of everything, and then have the strip and aiders and
Raleigh ground.
all of that
Southwest 6055 ready to taxi.
up here. But since it's such a smaller screen, it takes up way too much real estate for me to do that. So we're just going to have to go back to using the tower view for now. All right, Southwest is ready. Southwest 6055, runway 23 left, line up and wait. Brickyard is taking
Runway
its
23
sweet
left.
time to get through
Line up
there.
and wait. Southwest 6055.
Okay. Go ahead and send that over. Yeah, and then what I like to do is for our tiny boys to not clear up this runway or clog it up, I should say. I will send them down 1-4. But I know we also just got the VFR update, and I am not familiar with any of that at all. So I need to watch some tutorials or something. I think I read on the Discord that they're only doing it, the only airport that has it is St. Thomas, which is good because it's a slow airport. Let me get Brickyard going. Brickyard 49035, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Brickyard 49035.
These voices sound so much clearer since the update. It's been a while since I played, probably since like
Raleigh ground.
April.
The United 2149er with information Delta requesting push and start.
I'm gonna turn. Oop, sorry. I think that.
Raleigh ground, Endeavour 4693 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Okay. So let's see. United's coming out of there. Endeavor's going out of there. So United 2149er, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. The United 2149er.
Southwest 6055, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And get the
Runway 23
Brickyard off of
left.
there.
Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 6055.
Endeavour 45903, runway. Oop. Endeavour 46903, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Endeavour 46903.
Okay, so this was updated.
Raleigh ground. The United 2149er ready to taxi.
United 2149er, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right. Line up and wait. The United 2149er.
Because I think these used to be a darker shade of green, and then when they were no
Raleigh
longer in
ground.
your control,
JetBlue 484 with
they went
information
white.
Delta, requesting push and start.
JetBlue, where are you at? Okay,
Rally
United,
ground,
get out of there first.
November 47 Echo Romeo with information Delta, ready to start.
So,
Raleigh ground, Endeavour 46903 ready to taxi.
let's see, where is Endeavour gonna have to route through? Okay, JetBlue can push back. Endeavour 46903, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right, Endeavour 46903.
JetBlue 484, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. JetBlue 484.
And then we'll get this little boy out of there. November 47 Echo Romeo, approved. Expect runway 14.
Approved, expect runway 14, November 47 Echo Romeo.
And we want to get Southwest out of there too. So Southwest 5383, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 left.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 left. Southwest 5383.
Okay, United.
Rally ground. Southwest 5383 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Oh, you never called me, did you?
Rally ground. JetBlue 484 ready to taxi.
Okay. JetBlue 484, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. JetBlue 484.
And now
Rally ground, November 47 Echo Romeo ready to taxi.
we'll get to you. United 2149er, runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Endeavour 46903, runway 23 right, line up and wait. November 47 Echo Romeo, runway 14, cross runway 23 left.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. The United 2149er.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Endeavour 46903.
Runway 14, cross runway 23 left, November 47 Echo Romeo.
Southwest 5383, runway 23 left, line up and wait.
Runway 23 left. Line up and wait. Southwest 5383.
Endeavour 46903, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And
Runway
then
23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Endeavour 46903.
JetBlue 484, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right. Line up and wait. JetBlue 484.
November 47 Echo Romeo, runway 14, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 14, cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 500, contact departure, November 47 Echo Romeo.
Okay.
Rally ground. Southwest 5383 ready to taxi.
We're catching up, I see. Let's slow it down to 1.
Rally ground. Delta 2546 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Yeah.
Rally ground. Delta 1046 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
I know. Southwest 5383, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 left. Cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Southwest 5383.
Delta 2546, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Delta 2546.
Delta 1046, standby.
Roger. Delta 1046.
Okay. So let's get the Southwest going. Once
Raleigh
they...
ground, Spirit Wings 321 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
It's a busy day in Raleigh. Spirit Wings 321, pushback approved, expect runway 24 left. Oh, 23 left, my bad.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 left. Spirit Wings 321.
Thank you.
Raleigh ground, American 683 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
We'll get you going, I promise. JetBlue 484, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. JetBlue 484.
Okay, we've given Spirit Wings
Raleigh ground,
pushback.
Delta 2546 ready to taxi.
Delta 2546, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right, Delta 2546.
Then we're going to get your buddy out of there. Delta 1046, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Delta 1046.
All right, and now we need to get American out of there.
Raleigh ground, Delta 692 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
We'll get to you. American 683, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. American 683.
Awesome. Okay. So now we've got Delta 1046 going. No. Delta 2546 going. JetBlue's out of here. And then I know Spirit Wings is pushing back. They're probably going to be next. And then we gave clearance to Delta 1046. American 683.
Raleigh ground, Spirit Wings
There we
321
are.
ready to taxi.
Spirit Wings 321, runway 23 left, line up and wait.
Runway 23 left, line up and wait. Spirit Wings 321.
Yeah, okay. We've given pushback for American. Delta, I can't have
Raleigh
you push
ground,
back just yet.
Delta 1046 ready to taxi.
Delta 1046, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. Delta 1046.
Delta 692, stand by. I hear you, bud, but we gotta get some people
Roger.
around you first.
Delta 692.
Spirit Wings,
Raleigh
you're moving.
ground, American 683 ready to taxi.
Yeah. We'll have you taxi in a minute. Oops, sorry. Let's see. We can have you... American 683, runway 23 right, taxi via Foxtrot, Charlie, Bravo, hold short of Bravo.
Runway 23 right, via Foxtrot, Charlie, Bravo, hold short of taxiway Bravo, American 683.
That way we can just kind of get them moving, and that'll remind me that they need to get going. Okay. No arrivals yet. Hopefully that didn't just jinx it. Spirit Wings has taken their sweet time moving it down this runway. Taxiway. Okay, we'll have Delta line up 2. Delta 2546, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right. Line up and wait. Delta 2546.
All right. Delta 6902, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. All right.
Pushback approved.
I said we'd
Expect
get to
runway
you.
23 right. Delta 6902.
Looks like Spirit Wings is going to beat you. Spirit Wings 321, runway 23 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Spirit Wings 321.
Great job. Okay. Delta's going to line up and wait for us. American is hanging tight like it should. American 683, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. American 683.
Great job. Delta still got the push truck. Okay. Spirit Wings is rolling out. I think I have it where I can lock. Yeah.
Rally ground. Delta 6902 ready to taxi.
Okay. Delta 6902, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. Delta 6902.
Alright. I don't know how much separation they need when they're taking off from these parallel runways. I know in the settings I say that they can, so let's go ahead and get Delta going. Delta 2546, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1046, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2546.
That voice reminds me
Runway
of
23 right. Line up and wait. Delta 1046.
Billy on the Street from Parks and Rec when he came in, when the two towns tried to like merge. That's what that voice reminds me of. Very aggressive, and a little tinge of queerness in there as well. All right, Delta's out of there. Almost. We'll give him a little bit more to get out of there. 1046 is lining up anyway. All right, good to go. Delta 1046, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 683, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right.
We're getting them
Clear
out of
for
there.
takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000.
Takeoff.
Contact departure. Delta 1046.
Delta 1046.
Runway 23 right. Line up and wait. American 683.
All right, so that would just leave that Delta to go. Still no departures yet. I don't know what the schedules look like for Raleigh. I don't know if they get many arrivals. I don't know why I said departures. I don't know if they get many arrivals during the morning like this. Clearly they get a lot of departures. All right, they've shown up there, so I'm going to go ahead and give you clearance, and we'll see if that works. American 683, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. All right, give it a go.
Runway 23 right. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 683.
Take your time, ma'am. Delta 6902, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Delta 6902.
I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Once that American's out of there, we'll give this Delta a go. And 6, 7, 8, 9.
Raleigh
1000.
ground. American 1088 with
Pardon
information
me.
Delta. Requesting push and start.
Delta 6902, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 6902.
I really love that they added that bit where you can say to climb and then contact, because I used to always forget to hand off my planes. American 1088, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. All right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. American 1088.
So I've just got that American left. Pop over and see them. What else do we have waiting around here? Another American, some Deltas. Oh wait, no, that's a Delta. American, Delta. Got a few more there. We've got one more, two more Southwest, three more Southwest. A regional. And a bunch of small boys. We've still got a few. What is this? 10?
Raleigh ground. American 1088
Over
ready
here.
to taxi.
That's a big boy. And two of these small ones. American 1088, runway 23 right, line up and wait. Jump back into the tower.
Runway 23 right. Line up and wait. American 1088.
So I do want to learn more about the VFR that came out in this update. I am nowhere prepared for that. It seems like it's very in-depth, which I'm excited to learn more about. So I'll have to find YouTube videos. I didn't see much on the Discord, just through a quick peruse to see if there's any information available on that. I read through the guide that came out, but I just kind of gave instruction, a list of commands, but I don't know what to do with the commands. So we're gonna wait until I find out more about that before I use it. But again, I think it's only on St. Thomas right now. I think that Raleigh's a good one because they've got this area over here, which has I don't know what any of this is, because I feel like I used to never see anything on this little block way over here. And the first few times I played Raleigh, I screwed up by sending a bunch of them to land on 14, and then they would get down here and they wouldn't be able to taxi to where they wanted to be, which was over here next to the tower. So I'm wondering if now that these
Raleigh
have
ground, Delta
taxiway
2109
numbers,
with information Delta, requesting push and start.
if that means that the VFR will use that instead. Because right now I just use it for the small boys to get off. Okay. Zoom this back out and make sure we're watching everything. American 1088, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2109er, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 1088.
Still no arrivals.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Delta 2109er.
Alright. There goes American. Get this Delta over there. I feel like I'm about to get hit with a swarm of things, though. It's been suspiciously quiet. Okay, they're gone. We'll bend that. Let you start up and get out of here.
Rally ground.
There you are.
Delta 2109 ready to taxi.
Delta 2109er, runway 23 right, line up and wait. And now it's just a matter
Runway
of waiting for
23
them.
right, line up and wait. Delta 2109er.
So let's speed this up. We'll do 4. We'll do 8. And then I'll jump it down if anyone jumps on. Don't want to just sit here and wait. Get on out of here. We'll go clearance. Delta 2109er, runway 23 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2109er.
Gosh. This monitor I'm playing on just does not look the best.
Rally ground. Medical Air 220 with information Delta, ready to start.
Medical Air? Where are you at? Hang on. Probably shouldn't wait so long, but... Interesting. Medical Air 220 Charlie? Medical Air 220? Approved. Expect runway 14. Okay.
Approved. Expect runway 14.
I'm not familiar
Medical
with that
Air
call sign.
220.
Let's put it over here so it's bigger. Medical Air. I need to learn my airport codes. I don't know where that is. Still no arrivals. That's still doing fine. So let's see. I loaded up for a 3-hour schedule, but I don't know if I'm going to do the whole 3. Especially if it slows down like this. I used the S word though, so it's almost definitely going to pick up.
Rally ground. Medical Air 220 ready to taxi.
Medical Air 220, runway 14, cleared for immediate... Nope, never mind. I want to clear this. I wish there was an easy way to do that. Let me stop talking. Medical Air 220, runway 14, cross runway 23 left. I also really like that you can
Runway
give
14,
cross
runway
commands
23
ahead
left.
of time now.
Medical Air
Instead of
220.
what it used to be where you just wait for them to get to the runway. They wouldn't even say anything. They would just sit there and then have to give them the cross instructions. It wasn't even cross instructions. It was just a continue taxi instruction. But now, if they sit there and you haven't given them the instructions, they will call to you and say like, hey, did you forget about me? Can I cross? And now you can give it ahead of time, which is also good, especially when you're on your own. But once they cross, I'll go ahead and give them takeoff clearance so they can get out of here. I mean, medical air, and they're probably supposed to get out of here fairly quickly. Just doesn't look like... I feel like medical flights are like life flight and like helicopters. I didn't know they used like a prop engine kind of plane for that. Medical Air 220, runway 14, clear for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 14, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Medical Air 220.
Okay. Goodness. On your way you go. Let's speed it up. Wait till we get something. Bend that. Yeah, I've noticed that they used to be green, or like a darker green, or maybe it was blue, I don't remember. And now with the VFR update, they turn green when they're no longer within your control, at least on the D-Bright. And they also look different here. I don't know. It's a change that I'm trying to get used to. There's absolutely no one here. It's 8 in the morning. You're telling me no one's coming out of North Carolina at 8 in the morning? I bet if I found like a custom schedule, there'd be something there.
Raleigh ground. American 2687 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
All right. American 2687, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. American 2687.
Oh, American. I feel like the voice recognition also got an update with this update. I feel like I used to have so many issues with it. With a delay in activation. I do still wish, and I don't know if there is, I'll have to look it up or someone can tell me, when you're doing the voice command, and for me I'm holding tab to speak, I'm wondering if like when I fuck up what I'm saying, I don't want to lift off of tab and them tell me like negative blah blah blah, or if I give a valid command but it's not the command I want to be able to cancel that in somehow, instead of just like holding tab open and waiting for it to time out and then saying it again. So someone let me know if there's a way to do that. Maybe I should put it in the suggestion channel in Discord. Okay. Take your time.
Raleigh ground.
Oh.
American 1115 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Right on the edge there.
Raleigh ground. American 2687 radio taxi.
American. American 2687, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. American 2687.
Oh, American. And they're right behind this pole. Yeah, there they are. We'll wait for them to get around you. Zoom in on them. Ooh, that's loud. Sorry. Beautiful. Beautiful. I still got 2 or 3 more southwest over here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry. I lose control sometimes. Yeah. 3 southwest. This one looks like it's boarding at least. United looks like it's boarding. Frontier, that Delta. Looks like we'll get a little wave here. American 1115. Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Alright. Let's get in the tower because
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
those jet engines.
American 1115.
All right. Speed it up a little bit. And have American clearance. American 2687, runway 23 right, clear for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, clear for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
This is
American
a lighter
2687.
check mark, because I used to be able to see
Rally
it
ground. American
from back
1115
here.
ready to taxi.
But it doesn't show very much anymore. Let me slow it down. Too much is happening.
Raleigh ground, Brickyard 4618 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Okay. Alright, American, let's get you out of here.
Raleigh ground, Endeavour 4762 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
You got it, man. American 1115, runway 23 right, line up and wait. Brickyard 4618, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Endeavour 4762, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. And the massive call sign, come
Runway
back.
23 right, line up and wait. American 1115.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Brickyard 4618.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Endeavour 4762.
It's a little too big. Another successful takeoff. Wonder if these buttons ever did anything. Okay. Take y'all's time. Let's wait too fast.
Raleigh ground, Brickyard 4618 ready to taxi.
Brickyard 4618, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right, Brickyard 4618.
Raleigh ground, Endeavour 4762 ready to taxi.
Raleigh ground, Endeavour 4717 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Actually, if Endeavour pushes back, will Brickyard...
Raleigh ground, Southwest 5368 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Yeah, if Brickyard goes down Bravo, Endeavour can push out. So... Endeavour 4762, runway 23 right. You might be able to get ahead of Brickyard.
Runway 23 right. Endeavour 4762.
Endeavour 4717, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Endeavour 4717.
This American flight. Oh, there it is. We'll see. Oh, it's not American, it's Endeavour. Southwest 5368, pushback approved, expect runway 23 left.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 left. Southwest 5368.
American 1115, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact
arrival.
departure. American 1115.
All right, now next
Raleigh
Endeavour,
ground,
we have a
JetBlue
JetBlue.
1933 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Yeah, we'll get to you in a second. Endeavor 4762, runway 23 right, line up and wait. Alright, let's...
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Endeavor 4762.
I wish that I could rearrange them without having to move them to a different bay.
Raleigh ground. Delta 1585 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
You got it, Delta.
Raleigh ground. Endeavor 4717 ready to taxi.
Endeavor 4717, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. Endeavor 4717.
Alright. Southwest, I've given you pushback. JetBlue, you were next. You're out of the way now, right?
Raleigh ground.
Yeah.
Southwest 5368, ready to taxi.
JetBlue 1933, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Delta 1585, runway... Oop. Delta 1585, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. JetBlue 1933.
Okay.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Delta 1585.
Southwest. Southwest 5368, runway 23 left, line up and wait.
Runway 23 left, line up and wait. Southwest 5368.
Endeavor 4762, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Brickyard 4618, runway 23 right, line up and wait. And we finally got an American
Runway 23 right,
arrival.
cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Endeavor 4762.
We'll give this Southwest pushback.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Brickyard 4618.
Raleigh Tower.
There you
American 850 on final 23 left.
American 850. Continue final. No, there's a new...
Raleigh ground.
Continue
JetBlue
approach.
1933 ready to taxi.
American 850, runway 23 left, continue approach.
Runway 23 left. Roger. American 850.
Nice, that's the new one.
Raleigh ground. Delta 1585 ready to taxi.
Y'all are on my dick. JetBlue 1933, runway 23 right. Delta 1585, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right.
Southwest 4738, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 left.
Runway 23 right. Delta 1585.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 left.
I don't
Southwest
know.
4738.
Raleigh Tower, Delta 1125 on final 23 left.
Southwest, we might be able to get you out of there.
Raleigh ground. Southwest 4738 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Southwest 5368, runway 23 left, clear for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. They're still there before the 5000.
Runway 23 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 5368.
Okay, they've given pushback. They're going. I think that is probably going to be a really good screenshot, at least. Okay, that's good enough for a screenshot. Okay. They're on their way. Oh, I need to give this American clearance. American 850, runway 23 left, clear to land.
Runway 23 left, cleared to land. American 850.
Delta 1125, runway 23 left, continue approach. Brickyard 4618, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 left, roger. Delta 1125.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Brickyard 4618.
Boy, howdy. Alright, who's next? Endeavor 4717, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Endeavor 4717.
Ballet ground. Southwest 4738 ready to taxi.
Southwest 4738, runway 23 left.
Runway 23 left. Southwest 4738.
American is going to be landing pretty soon. Any minute now, actually. Oh, there they are. Coming in. All right. Endeavor 4717, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1125, runway 23 left, clear to land. American 850, taxi to terminal.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Endeavor 4717.
Runway 23 left, cleared to land. Delta 1125.
Taxi to terminal. American 850.
Which way are you going?
Rally ground, November 469 Bravo Lima with information Delta, ready to start.
You can hold on for a second. All right, who's next in lineup? JetBlue 1933, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. JetBlue 1933.
Southwest 4738, runway 23 left, line up behind next landing aircraft. Southwest 4738, runway 23 left, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. Southwest 4738, runway 23 left, line up and wait behind next arriving aircraft. Clearly I've got that command wrong. That's alright, we'll remember. JetBlue 1933, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. JetBlue 1933.
Delta 1585, runway 23 right, line up and wait. Okay.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Delta 1585.
Southwest 4738, runway 23 left, line up and wait.
Runway 23 left. Line up and wait. Southwest 4738.
November 469er Bravo Lima, approved, expect runway 14.
Approved, expect runway 14. November 469 Bravo Lima.
All right. Delta 1585, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1585.
Delta 1125, taxi to terminal. Sorry about that, bud. I
Taxi
thought I
to
already gave you
terminal.
permission.
Delta 1125.
All right.
Rally ground. Delta 2056 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
So you're going to go that way. Meanwhile, you're going to go that way. No one's going to get in your way. That'll work. Delta 2056, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Delta 2056.
All right, Southwest, you can get out of here. Southwest 4738, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 left. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 4738.
Rally ground. November 469 Bravo Lima ready to taxi.
Yeah, we'll get you there. All right.
Rally ground. Frontier Flight 559 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Well, let's get Delta out of the way first. How about that? And we've got another arrival coming in. JetBlue 2283, it looks like. November 469er Bravo Lima, runway 14, cross runway 23 left.
Runway 14, cross runway 23 left. November 469 Bravo Lima.
And 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Goodbye, Southwest. Once this Delta gets out of the way, I can have you push back Frontier. You got busy there for a second, real quick.
Rally ground. Delta 2056 ready to taxi.
You got it, Delta. Delta 2056, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. Delta 2056.
Rally Tower. JetBlue 2283 on final 23 left.
Hello, JetBlue. JetBlue 2283, runway 23 left, continue approach.
Runway 23 left. Roger. JetBlue 2283.
All right, you're out of the way. Frontier Flight 559er, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right.
United just
Frontier
popped up.
Flight 559er.
Raleigh ground, United 1256 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
November 469er Bravo Lima, runway 14, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 14, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. November 469 Bravo Lima.
Are y'all far enough apart? How far back are you going to go? United 1256, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. United
Should be
1256.
All right. Got busy there. They're taking off. Delta is on its way. Frontier's pushing back. United is pushing back. All right. And then a Delta is on its way too. JetBlue 2283, runway 23 left, clear to land. And where are you
Runway
going?
23 left. Cleared to land. JetBlue 2283.
Rally ground. Frontier Flight 559 ready to taxi.
Frontier Flight 559er, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. Frontier Flight 559er.
Perfect. Plenty of space. Okay. We've kind of managed on it so far. Are you still?
Raleigh ground, United 1256 ready to taxi.
United 1256, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right, United 1256.
Delta 2056, runway 23 right, clear for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. There we go, send her on its way.
Runway 23 right, cleared
These
for
two
immediate
have
takeoff
finished.
on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2056.
Take your time speaking. Whoa, chill.
Raleigh Tower, Delta 2523 on final 23 left.
Please tell me you'll stop. Please tell me you'll stop. Please tell me you'll stop. Chill, United. You were running down that taxiway. My goodness. All right. Delta, you're now ready to land. Delta 2523, runway 23 left, continue approach.
Runway 23 left, roger. Delta 2523.
On their ass.
Raleigh ground, November 472 Delta Sierra with information Delta, ready to start.
November 472 Delta Sierra. Approved. Expect runway 14.
Approved, expect runway 14, November 472 Delta Sierra.
You were on their ass. All right. Frontier Flight 559er, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait.
JetBlue, you've
Frontier
arrived.
Flight 559er.
JetBlue 2283, taxi to terminal. Are you gonna go that way?
Taxi to terminal, JetBlue 2283.
Yeah. That's fine. Until it's not. Hang on, let them get off the runway. Delta 2523, runway 23 left, clear to land.
Runway 23 left, cleared to land. Delta 2523.
Felt good. EIA is just on this Frontier's ass.
Raleigh ground, November 472 Delta Sierra ready to taxi.
November 472 Delta Sierra, runway 14, hold short of runway 23 left.
Runway 14, hold short of runway 23 left. November 472 Delta Sierra.
Frontier Flight 559er, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Frontier Flight 559er.
United 1256, runway 23 right, line up and wait.
Runway 23 right, line up and wait. United 1256.
Need to be in this chair. Still not the best, but at least I'm not having to look over computers. Delta's on its way in. You're holding short. JetBlue is taxiing.
Raleigh ground, Martech 699er with information Delta, ready to start.
Martech? Martech 699er. Approved. Expect runway 23 right. Perfect.
Approved. Expect runway 23 right. Martech 699er.
All right. Yeah, y'all aren't going on the same place.
Raleigh ground. Martech 699er ready to taxi.
Hey, you're stopping, aren't you? Thank you. You look like you were getting real close to that runway. United 1256, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 1256.
All right, and then we're gonna wait for this Delta to land, give our small boy permission to cross. Welcome to Raleigh. All right. That'll do. November 472 Delta Sierra, cross runway 23 left.
Cross runway 23 left. November 472 Delta Sierra.
Actually, since I told them to hold short, are they actually going to do that? Or do I have to tell them to continue taxi? November 472 Delta Sierra, continue taxi. There we go.
Continue taxi. November 472 Delta Sierra.
Delta 2523, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal. Delta 2523.
Martech 699er, runway 23 right.
Runway 23 right. Martech 699er.
November 472 Delta Sierra, runway 14, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 14, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. November 472 Delta Sierra.
My posture, goodness. All right, looks like we're in a good position. So they're taking off. Martech is on its way. This JetBlue is parking, taxiing. Delta is taxiing. All right. I think that this is a good spot to leave off for now. So thanks for watching, and we'll call it the end there. So thanks, everyone.